What did you see through the course of that season that allowed the light to come on that much between Vandy and Clemson?
Confidence. I think that's when he finally believed in himself, that he could do it. When he was early, he was a very non-confident. I think I don't, and I don't want to say he didn't believe at all. He wasn't ready to believe, and he was hesitant, and he was learning. I mean, he was a really good athlete, and a lot of people don't realize he was a little better athlete than he ever got credit for. Was a good basketball player, and had size 15 shoe. I thought he was going to be a much bigger kid than he ended up becoming. Not that he was little by any stretch, but I thought he was going to, possibly could even grow into a tight end, down the road if it didn't work out. But he worked, and you could see in practice, and that's where it all happens, right? In practice, when we go to one-on-ones, he would start to check. And he would change in one-on-ones if I had given him a route, and then he'd change the route based on it. And you could see that confidence building and recognize things. Then you still have to go play though. And in the Vanderbilt game, you're right. No, it was borderline bad. And fortunately, Connor was well enough to get back in the game. And finished it off, because at that time he wasn't ready. Well, but that little bit of experience, and then when things go bad, I don't know if you've seen that good video about, good, when all you do is answer good, everybody gives you something, golly, that was a terrible read. Good. The answer is always good, because something good is going to come of everything. I believe that. And I think it happened with Connor. I mean, Dylan, he learned a ton, and then put it to work in practice the next couple of weeks. And then, Connor, obviously got hurt that foot. And that was one of my favorite wins probably ever. Up
at Vandy.
Up there. And that performance was tremendous. And the one play that stands out to me that showed where his growth was, and that it was down there in the red zone when he threw the back shoulder to Bruce. Down in their end zone. And it was a play. It was a Deacon, lefty play. And if it's one high, he had to play where he played. If it's four, they're press, Kevin loved the four press. And if we got the press, we were going to play the Deacon side. And he went back and in his eyes, and he looked, he saw them close the middle. And I mean, immediately with no hesitation, turned, took a quick hitch, and ripped that back shoulder straight ball and I think that's when we gave the low five out there about the hash. I probably should have got a penalty thrown on me.